Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be my first track guide video, so if you have any feedback then let me know in the comments. Here's the lap and then I'll guide you through it afterwards. If you just want to see the guide, it'll be on the red play bar at the bottom of the video. Coming into turn 1, you want to be as far over to the left as possible. Brake 70 to 60 meters before the corner. This is around the middle of the 100 and the 50 meter board. I turn in just as I hit the 50 meter board. Then you want to use as much curb as you can at the apex for rotation. If you use too much then you'll spin, but if you don't use it then you'll have to go slower through the corner. Stay within track limits on exit and make sure you don't go over the yellow sausage curb because you'll lose so much speed and get off track. Coming into turn 3, go over the curb on entry to open up the corner a bit more. It's an uphill braking zone so you can brake super late around 75 meters before the corner. Try to trail brake for a little extra rotation and then get on the power as early as possible. I get a bit of understeer on this lap, but ideally you want to be a bit tighter and use a little curb here. It's quite easy to spin on exit, so be careful. Don't go over to the right hand side too early on the back straight, otherwise you'll scrub off speed and lose time. Going into turn 4, you can brake so late even though it's downhill. Brake a few meters before the 50. I use this catch fence on the right as a reference. Just after it goes out of my peripheral vision I brake. I'm using a 34-inch ultra ride just for reference. Try to use the curb on the right. I'm not able to do this lap, but there's probably another tenth or so in there. Don't go too wide onto the curb on exit because you need to keep turning right to prepare for the next left-hander. Turn 6, dab on the brakes and turn in at the 50 meter board. Then get back on the throttle straight after. It's super important to use the curb for rotation as well. Stay as far right as possible while keeping your tyres on the white line for turn 7. You don't really need to brake here, just a big lift. Keep to the right on exit to save distance. Don't rush over to the left. Going into turn 10, you need to be all the way over on this entry curb to open up the corner. Turn in at around the 50 meter board and make sure to use all the apex curb. Unlike real life, track limits are pretty much non-existent here, so use all the curb on the exit to open up the final corner. I don't really have a reference for where I turn here. Trail brake a tiny bit and go down into 5th. Like with the rest of the track, try to use as much of the curb as possible. You'll get a slowdown if you cut here, so be careful. I'd say this lap was probably on the limit for track limits here. I think if you go off the red curb on exit it's track limits, so make sure to keep your tyres on it. Then it's just foot to the floor until the finish line before you do it all again. I hope that this guide helped you. I'm going to try and make one for the remaining tracks in the calendar for the Super Formula Lights. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.